Hey y'all, I just got a message for someone, and I want you to hear me when I say this. When your inner child comes out to play, let them. When your inner child comes out to play, let them. Okay? And I say that because, you know, whether you know it or not, oftentimes when you're in your healing journey, you start to do some things that don't always make sense. You start to see some things that don't always immediately make sense, but they will. And so I encourage you to trust the process, okay? Inner child healing is going to look different than any other level of healing that you will experience because it is actually going to require you to allow yourself to be the child that you were, to be vulnerable, to be open, to be playful, okay? To be fun, to be silly, to enjoy yourself, to laugh, to be free spirited, to dance, to giggle. And sometimes even it may manifest and look like what it did at one time when you were a child. You may have a notion or a thought to walk down a toy aisle or purchase what's considered to be toys, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. You may just want to run freely. You might just want to laugh and joke. You may even want to climb a tree. Now, be careful with that because, your grown bones ain't the same as your young bones, okay? But if you allow the inner child in you to come out, okay, there's a certain level of safety and a knowing that it is okay to do so. But I'm going to tell you this. So in 2025, I started to see my inner child come out. And there were pockets of space and time where time became nonlinear for me. And I just wanted to be free. I wanted to dance. I wanted to run outside. I wanted to jump in the water. I wanted to get wet in the rain without any notion of this is too much or too little or how it would be perceived by others. Because when we become so ingrained in our biases and in all the things that we have allowed to build upon us that eventually become us, we don't realize that we're adding on layers of stuff that we don't necessarily need to determine success nor happiness. So when your inner child comes out to play, let her or him or them roam free, all right, without that thing called ego getting in the way. Because, see, oftentimes when your inner child comes out, your ego also does too. Because the adult you, the present state you, the survival you, okay, in the form of your ego, wants you to believe that somehow it is protecting, in my case, little Missy, in your case, little whomever. All right. And I'm talking to both my divine masculines and feminines. So this is for everyone. This message, if you are finding it right now, you need to know that it is okay to allow yourself to just be. And many times when you allow yourself to be, you're going to meet earlier versions of yourself. And when I say your inner child, I don't mean a particular stage or a particular age in your life. Sometimes your inner child could be from your teenage years. Sometimes it could be from your pre-adolescent years. It just depends, and you're going to recognize it eventually. You're going to recognize yourself when you see them. Little Missy loves to laugh, loves to joke, loves to be free, loves to dance, loves to sing, no matter who's watching. And I love that for me in my wholeness because I know that healing has not only arrived, but it's found a place that is safe for all portions of myself to walk into. And although the ego may step firmly into that spacing to try to protect, to try to create boundaries, to try to say, no, that's too much. You don't want people to think, fuck them people and fuck them limiting thoughts, for lack of a better term. When your inner child comes out, that lets you know that you feel indeed safe enough. And that within itself is a blessing. 5:30 on my timer as I say this. That number could be significant for you, for someone in this collective. When you meet your inner child, give them a hug. Let them know it is okay. Let them know they're going to be okay because you, in essence, are okay. And your spirit team is going to align and guide you in a way that is going to feel like all of it will be okay. But you have to trust yourself. You have to be willing to allow yourself to trust the process. When things start to feel different, when they start to feel uncomfortable, that is okay, because comfort is what? Nothing but an illusion. Comfort is something you sit in because you don't want to walk into the unknown. And you deserve more than just comfort. You deserve the very best that this life and this realm has to offer you. Let your inner child out. Let him or her or they play. And watch how much freer you will feel, in essence. I love you guys. And if this message resonated with you, share it to someone that you think may need to see it. Because we are all in this collective with an explicit purpose to heal, to nurture. And I am very much a part of this. And I'm going to continue to share parts of my own journey with you, because I feel like a lot of the things that we do in this life, we do not have to do alone. Most of the things we don't have to do alone if we would just allow ourselves to entertain this notion of community. And community doesn't have to be a group. Community doesn't have to be thousands of people. Community could just be you and one other person who gets you, that sees you, that understands you. Take care, guys. I'll see you next time. Mwah.